All right, it makes you have Sagittarius rising and sun. So for you guys, this Capricorn full moon happening on the 21st of June is taking place in your second house. And it's funny because I really got the feeling from the cards that I was pulling that there was definitely some stubborn energy here. And the second house in modern astrology, not traditional, would equate it to Taurus energy, this kind of stubborn, fixed energy. And so there's something here with that, which I feel like we're going to be talking about today. So, moon in the second house. This illuminates your financial sector. This illuminates your values and your priorities, your sense of self-worth, the things that you own, how you're taking care of all of that. But the sense that I was getting from this was like I've always done it this way. I've always spent money this way. I've always budgeted money this way. I've always worked this hard or worked these hours, or I approach it from this mindset, or, things are supposed to be like this. And I really feel that this, Capricorn full moon, it has a lot to deal with those kind of traditional structures, the things that we've always done like that, the work that we've always had, the schedule that we've always had, the kind of the amount that we take on, and what we kind of expect from out of ourselves and others, and put pressure on that to achieve and to go out and do things and to be productive and to earn more. And there's a sense of like, yeah, the pressure, the expectation, and even judgment if that's not achieved. And I think that sometimes Capricorn can often take on a lot of things that, could be delegated, could be shared to some degree, but Capricorn's like, I'll do it myself. I'll make sure that I manage all the family's money myself. That's just an example that might not apply to everyone. Or I'll make sure that I'm, keeping this schedule and being disciplined and doing this on my own. And Sagittarius, it's a sign that likes to move forward. It's a sign that likes to be busy, that likes to continue to progress in life, that wants to see that momentum, that wants to feel like it's always going out and doing more. Doesn't always mean that it's in a calculated direction, but it's definitely a sign of action. Let's just say that it's a fire sign for sure, and it's mutable, so it's got very dynamic, kind of changeable and lively type of energy that has to be put into something. But with this Capricorn full moon, that question of how that container looks like how, the energy that you naturally inhabit, or that you naturally have, where you're putting it, and like the way that you're approaching things might need to change a bit, especially when it comes to things with finances, things with around the home, things with even things that have to deal with like relationships as well. So let's talk about the first card I'm seeing. I pulled this 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is like a card of burden. This is somebody who's carrying a lot, who's doing a lot, and who's struggling to delegate. And then we have this super ambitious Knight of Swords next to it, which is somebody who's like, I won't stop, can't stop, keep on moving, keep on pushing. So there's just this momentum forward, but it's kind of exhausting. And I see this Death card of needing to maybe shed some of those expectations of ourselves, shed some of these patterns where we can like overwork, overdo, always be trying to like do more, achieve more, push forward more. Or maybe we're taking on too much, and it's like, what if we reevaluated what is our limit, or we reevaluated what we should be doing versus how we should ask for help. But there's just something here of like, there's too much pressure, too much on your plate, too much that you're trying to accomplish. And there are things within your home life or your emotional life that may not get to have their due justice because of practical matters, because of financial matters, because of those work goals. And so with this full moon squaring Neptune in your fourth house, I think it's really about digging deeper into your soul and kind of reevaluating, does that make sense for me? Does my current container and boundaries with my work and my personal life and how I'm managing my day, how I'm managing my energy, does that actually make sense for my current needs, for my family's needs, for my home's needs, or my deeper personal needs, or my relationship needs? And it's reevaluating this from a new lens, because we can't hold ourselves to the same standard at every single phase of life. Our needs change, our emotions change, and at times we need to be adaptable to another way of looking at things and another way of doing things. And sometimes we can get so rigid, or so, you're not rigid because you're a mutable sign, but Sagittarius does struggle sometimes with rigidness when it comes to beliefs, because Sagittarius can have this utter conviction that they are right, that they know what they're doing, and that's they have experience with this. But generally, I feel like this is trying, with this square to Neptune, it's trying to open your heart up, open your mind up, have you ask more questions, listen and learn from others, look at things from new ideas and perspectives. This is a time to be inquisitive, and to be inquisitive within yourself as well, questioning things that you have long held, that you have long believed, that you've long kind of abided by a certain like expectation or standard or way of doing things. And it's like, what if we challenge that? And with this co-creation card next to all these, it's really having you look at what is possible in your life. Like, what can you manifest when you're less attached to the form and more attached to the essence? And this very much goes back to the overview. So if you haven't watched that, go ahead and do that. But this card is a card of co-creating what you want by feeling into what you would desire to feel, and not being so strict or regimented or, constricted or attached, I should say, to a specific way of it looking like. Like, I want this kind of job, I want this kind of family, it's got to be on this kind of schedule, this amount of money, done in this way at this time. And it's like, what if you could have the emotions and everything that you're looking for? What if you could actually have all that if you were more tuned into your why? Like, what it is that you're really, really looking for out of this. If you're looking for a certain amount of money, why? And if it's to feel freer, but you are working so hard and you have no free time in your schedule, then you are going against actually what you really want by sticking to the form of, it has to look this way and I've got to work this much. And it's like you're kind of losing sight of the forest by looking at the tree. Forest of the trees, something like that. There's a saying, something like that. Please comment down below if you know the saying. But it's like you're losing perspective. You're losing the attachment to the higher meaning of why you're even doing this. And so there's something here where it's like time to challenge your beliefs, time to challenge your way of doing things, and come at it through a new mindset. And again, be quite open to what other people have to say around how this can be done. And I really feel like once you do that, 10 of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Temperance, you come from this super ambitious, working really hard, pushing ahead, trying to strive and make this happen and make the money or whatever it is that you're looking for. It's like so much of that. It might be also really driven by insecurity with the sun in the 8th house. So that's something I would definitely explore internally. But regardless, once you realize that that's not working for you and you stop and transform your way of doing things and you start to listen to other people's approaches, other people's advice and perspective on your approach, you can start to have the financial abundance that you're looking for. You can have the emotional satisfaction that you're looking for, and the balance, the patience, the moderation, the balance with all things in your life, so that it feels like you are not putting yourself on the back burner or ignoring how you feel or not spending enough time with yourself or with your emotions or with your family. It's like, no, this is you meeting all of your needs, but you have to do it through a different modality or a different way, or well, really you have to start off with a different perspective, like a change in your beliefs, in order for this to actually happen. With Mercury squaring the nodes, Mercury's in your 8th house squaring the nodes, I really feel like this is drawing attention to how we need to think about things differently. A planet squaring the nodes asks us, do we want to do things the way that we used to do them, the way that we've always done them, or do we want to do it differently to evolve? And with Mercury in the 8th, there's something here around like maybe needing to be more reliant on others. The 8th house is where we receive help, where we receive money, where we receive emotional support. Maybe some of you guys need that a little bit more to enhance your relationships and your sense of direction. Maybe some of you guys need to consider if your perspective or your way of doing things is driven by lack or fear or insecurity or scarcity, or kind of running from something. That's super, super important. And it's like asking yourself, what would actually make me feel more joyous? What would make me feel like I'm on the right path, enjoying the moment, as well as working towards a long-term goal that feels great? So there's something about your behavior, your perspective that really has to change in order for you to actually get the good feelings that you're looking for. Because your current way of doing that, I think, is driving it away, even though you have the intention deep down within your heart to pursue that. So really keep that in mind, you guys. I think I might want to pull one more advice card for you. So any advice for Sagittarius? Okay, we have luck. Luck. Yeah, I think you're going to get luckier. Like you're going to have more magnetic, attractive energy when you're not so much in this phase of like, go, 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 push ahead, be the best. It's like you'll become more soft when you spend more time with yourself, more time healing certain aspects of the self. And it's like you actually find that when you take more time to pause, to rest, to reflect, to be with loved ones, I think you'll find that you're much more lucky and magnetic. You might find that you are in the middle of a situation at present, or that something is stuck in circles, and this could be caused by overreactions or too much interference. Yes, that's the energy I'm getting. It's like you're overdoing it. And it's almost like you're creating more resistance, kind of like those Chinese finger traps where you're like so intent on getting your fingers out of them that you pull and pull and pull and it tightens more. That's the sense I'm getting. You're like rejecting some of the blessings that are trying to come to your way by doing too much. It's time to let things progress at their own pace. Yes, patience, moderation, being willing to let things take their time to unfold. Limes brings luck with them, so take a chance and be ready for the ups and downs that this energy brings, but know that time is on your side. Don't overplan and be open to letting complexities unravel on their own. Don't overplan, don't overdo it, guys. It's more about enjoying the process and understanding the deeper why behind why you're doing something, so that you don't unconsciously or unintentionally end up further and further away from that desired result by trying too hard. So that is what I'm seeing for you, Sagittarius. I hope that resonates with you. If it does, please comment down below. If you know that saying, please also let me know. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, subscribe, share with your friends. And if you want a reading from me, check me out at Cosmic Clarity Astrology, which I will link in the description box down below. And I hope you guys have a great day. Bye.